Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. Here's a recap of our top stories from the week. Warning: this story contains a strong topic on child abuse with terrible actions committed. Viewer discretion is advised. The Pennsylvania State Police have arrested 2 Redstone Township parents in connection to serious abuse towards their 5 children. Following a search warrant Wednesday, September 3rd, troopers found that the children, ranging from 5 to 14 years old, were living in disgraceful home conditions, mainly inside one room, which the police described as a dungeon. The parents are identified as James Cal Jr. and Carly Cal. According to police, the home had no beds, the windows were boarded up, feces stained the walls, and there was a strong lack of food and clothing. After investigations, it was said that the children were forced to stay trapped in their so-called dungeon day and night, with 3 deadlocks on one side of the door, but no handle on the other side. According to the children, they revealed that James not only would neglect them, but also allegedly forced Carly to shoot a stun gun at one of the kids as punishment. And following the search warrant, a Jolt self-defense gun was found by troopers, along with a pistol replica, a surveillance video camera, drugs, and paraphernalia. Fortunately, the Fayette County Children and Youth Services were given a removal order, thus the children were rescued and are now in safe custody. Both James and Carly Cal were charged on felony counts of endangering the welfare of children and aggravated assault, and have been arraigned and taken to Fayette County Prison, with both their preliminary hearings to be Wednesday, September 17th. Last night, firefighters rushed to the scene of a devastating house fire at the intersection of South Wyoming and East Walnut Street in Hazleton. The fire started around 11:30 p.m. in an apartment building, destroying 2 homes and damaging a third. Officials say 9 people made it out safely from the burning building. However, one man couldn't reach the exit and had to jump out of a window from the burning building. He and 2 others were taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital in Hazleton. The condition of their injuries is unknown at this time. The Hazleton Fire Department and the State Police Fire Marshal are currently investigating the cause of the fire. It has been officially 24 years since the 9/11 terrorist attacks. On September 11, 2001, 4 commercial airplanes were hijacked for a correlated Islamist terrorist suicide attack by al-Qaeda towards the United States. 2 planes flew into both the Twin Towers in New York, 1 plane flew into the Pentagon, and 1 crashed down on a field in Pennsylvania, which was revealed to have been an attempt towards Washington, D.C. Over 1,000 people got trapped inside the Twin Towers, later passing on due to smoke inhalation, incineration, plunging off of the building, or the eventual collapse of the buildings themselves. The World Trade Center ended up collapsing to a pile of smoke, dust, and debris, forming a giant cloud, making it hard to breathe for people who weren't even inside the buildings. The crash on the Pentagon caused a partial collapse. The end result was the death of nearly 3,000 people and many others seriously injured. For the past 2 decades, this whole incident was never forgotten. Friends and loved ones were lost, so that later, New York got the National September 11th Memorial and Museum, Virginia got its Pentagon Memorial in Marlington County, and Pennsylvania got the Flight 93 National Memorial at its crash site. It is safe to say the people who live today will never stop honoring the emergency service workers who risked their lives that day, nor stop remembering the innocent lives lost. Stay tuned on WYLN for more. The anniversary of 9/11 is a historic day, a day meant to hold ceremonies. This is why the 9/11 Remembrance Ceremony was held this morning at the Luzerne County Courthouse Rotunda. As established would happen yesterday, this event featured the 9/11 Memorial Flag, a crafted flag made up of almost 3,000 small American flags, all meant to honor each of the victims lost that tragic day, not to mention the first responders that day who took part in dangerous heroism. The event also featured the MMI Black Diamond Chorale, who respectfully sang honorable songs, mainly the Star-Spangled Banner. Another musical group was the musicians of the NEPA Philharmonic, playing amazing pieces of classic music. Luzerne County Manager Imelda Crocomo gave her opening remarks to everyone in attendance.
They deserve a future unmarred by hatred and violence. A world where their dreams can flourish without fear. Where are we now, 24 years later? The memories of that day serve as a poignant reminder of a shared responsibility.
Honorable Judge Tina Polacek was also there to give her remarks.
But also the courage, unity, and resilience that emerged from it. We honor the lives lost, the families forever changed, and the courage that rose from the smoke and sorrow of that day. But not only the well-documented acts of courage on September 11th, but also the countless acts of quiet heroism that continue to inspire us more than 2 decades later.
The event was all made possible by Romilda Crocomo, as she really knows dedication to those who truly deserve it. Luzerne County Community College in Nanticoke is to thank for this additional ceremony today. The LCCC helped honor the lives lost and first responders' work during 9/11 at its 24th annual September 11th Remembrance Ceremony and brick dedication, all starting with its Walk of Honor. Along with many in law enforcement, various fire departments attended and helped, such as Nanticoke, Kingston, and Pittston. The event was held this morning at 10 o'clock a.m. At this ceremony, there was a big presentation of a memorial wreath, a final alarm tribute, and a flag protocol by Nanticoke Fire Department representatives.
Order! Arms!
We spoke with LCCC President John Udicek, who gave us an overview of the college's annual event.
Luzerne County Community College is proud to host for the 24th year at its beautiful Walk of Honor, a remembrance of the September 11 attacks on the United States, honoring our first responders, honoring all the families who lost loved ones in that tragic day and since that tragic day, honoring our first responders. So proud to stand here with Luzerne County's finest, members of police, fire, and paramedic units throughout northeastern Pennsylvania to honor those we lost on 9/11, to make sure that we never forget their service and their sacrifice, and never forget that when America is attacked, we come together as one nation under God, united in service to the lives and liberties of the United States of America.
We also spoke with Luzerne County Council Chairman John Lombardo, who told us his personal relevance of the day itself.
So the personal relevance to me is that I am, in my full-time career, I actually am a first responder. I'm a firefighter for the city of Pittston, and I do have a familial connection to the loss that the fire department suffered on 9/11. Just to me, you know, it's about honoring the past. It's about honoring those who came before us and those who made the ultimate sacrifice, and really teaching the next generation about the events of September 11th, 2001, because there's a statistic that over 100 million Americans that are alive today were actually not alive on 9/11. So they don't know what it was like that day. They don't remember what the aftermath was like, and we need to keep teaching our children and the next generations this history, because it is so important that they do remember it and experience what happened that day, so that we are not doomed to repeat the history that we have.
The Walk of Honor was established in 2002 and stands as a lasting tribute to no change. Coming up on WYLN News, we check in with PA State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's Weekly Update. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Jim Thorpe Part 4. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton's emergency room team. Your experts in any emergency. When emergencies happen, minutes and expertise count. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is now part of Jefferson Health.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow we're going to be partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
Hi, I'm Preston Andrews, your host here on Wacho's Weekly Update today, and here with me today again is Dane Wacho. How are you today, Dane?
I'm doing very good, thank you. It's getting a little bit chilly out there for me, Preston. I don't like it. I'm going to miss summer very much, but thank you for having me again.
Yeah, we'll all have differing opinions on that. I mean, I know you like the hot, but I don't mind a little breeze here and there. But that's you, that's me, so yeah. So from what you told me recently is that you went to the American Legion, is that correct?
Yeah, the American Legion had a Veterans Appreciation Day here in Hazleton, Post 76. They're located right on Diamond Ave. They're right down here in the city of Hazleton, and every year, I've been attending this for several years now, they have an Appreciation Day cookout for our veterans. The Sons of the American Legion, the Ladies Auxiliary, and the American Legion, they all join forces. Those three entities all in one do such an amazing job to go ahead and give back to our veterans who serve our great country. Great cookout, great, wonderful ceremony. The district commander came down from up north to give, he was a guest speaker. I had the opportunity to say a few words as well. It's just something that they feel that they need to do to go ahead and honor our veterans, to have a cookout for our heroes. And I call them our heroes because it's very important. To include, shortly after that ceremony, they had an Eagle Scout presentation. I know we discussed that earlier as well. So that was very nice. The monument at Community Park in Hazleton was that there's a real nice statue of a dog from Vietnam. They used dogs heavily during that campaign.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and to include, they have I'm sure you've seen the big symbolic for our fallen soldiers with the helmet, with the rifle and the boots, and the dog tags hanging. This individual who earned the rank of Eagle Scout painted that statue, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Removed some of the mulch around there, put stone in, hardscaped it. Looks absolutely beautiful. Just a great monument there overall to honor our veterans and Vietnam vets.
Yeah, it is really nice to know that they're getting. I know that now that there are more days dedicated to them rather than just November 11th, they really could use a cookout and the summer to enjoy it, because I don't know, have you ever heard of a cookout in November?
No, November would be a bad time to have a cookout, unfortunately, here with the cold weather. But you're right. So many more organizations and like our American Legions, our VFWs are honoring our veterans more than just that one day. That they deserve to be honored every day for their service and sacrifice, whether they served stateside or abroad. We thank each and every one of our heroes, our veterans.
And speaking of veterans, let's see, they're around to be pretty old, just like the elderly that are to attend this senior expo coming up. I know we discussed it before, but what's another few mentions?
Yeah, Friday, September the 12th at the Laurel Mall, 9 o'clock to noon. I am very excited about this one. It's always a great turnout. This is my 3rd annual one I'll be doing at the Laurel Mall in Hazleton, September the 12th from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Preston, this is an event that we have just about 70 vendors coming to that is going to give out free testing to our seniors, show our seniors what is available to them. We're going to have so many state agencies there. And our senior citizens are the backbone, along with our veterans, of our community. And we need to make sure they're taken care of, and we need to make sure they're educated on what services are available to them. Let's face it, we're all going to be there at some point in our life. So we got to make sure we take care of them, educate them, let them know what services. They're going to be glucose testing. So many other testing and vaccinations will be there if they choose, our senior citizens choose to go ahead and take that opportunity to get those. So come on out, see me. I'll be right in the center of the Laurel Mall there. Say hi. There'll be free giveaways at a lot of the different stations in the Laurel Mall on September the 12th from 9 to 12.
Yes, like every year I've seen you there, and I've seen the amazing turnout. I do look forward to that, and despite me just being there to work, it was honestly pretty fun both years.
Yeah, very fun. I got to meet so many people from both Schuylkill County and Luzerne County, and they're always happy and impressed as well to learn what's available to them.
Yeah. Yep. It's so let's see, that's almost 15 days away, pretty much.
15 days away. Oh yeah. So 2 weeks. Make your plans. You don't need to reserve. Just show up. Come and see us. The vendors are all set. Like I said, we have about 70 of them this year, which I'm very excited.
And it's going to be quite a day. I'm happy for that at all. Yeah. Okay, well, with all that was covered, I'm happy that we have a lot of honor for our veterans and a lot of help for our seniors too, and that'll be a nice little message to give right here on Watro's Weekly Update. I guess we'll see you next time.
Hey everybody, Dr. Russ from Bloomsburg is now here helping me at times, and we want to talk to you about sports injuries with neck and head injuries and concussions. So what have you seen, Dr. Russ?
Well, it's coming in that time of year with wrestling and football and basketball where a lot of injuries, varied injuries occur. We'll take this segment just for neck and head injuries. The spine gets larger as it goes from the cervical spine down to the lumbar spine. And neck is actually like a golf tee holding up a bowling ball. So when an impact is taken from the side or from the back, especially unexpectedly, it can damage the neck. It can damage it to the point where it causes pain, discomfort, numbness into the shoulders and arms as well. Sometimes weakness occurs. So if you've had an impact or an injury of that kind, not just a motor vehicle, but a sports injury, give our office a call.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Guys, do you realize what we're doing this season? Yeah. We've got the best deals. We've got the lowest price guarantees. We got enough inventory for everyone in Hazleton. And the season starts, and it's starting right now.
Yeah! The lowest price guarantee.
Yeah.
Ow!
Remember this, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton GMC. We have the...
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. It's high school football time on WYLN TV 35. Check out the game of the week and join the entire WYLN sports team as they bring live high school football to you. Watch over the air in Hazleton at 35.1, Berwick at 47.1, or Williamsport at 9.1, or Service Electric Cable, Channel 7 or 507, or online. The game of the week is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow it's going to be partly cloudy.
1911 saw the birth and mock junk of Edward Pfister. Awarded the Westinghouse Science Award upon his graduation from Villanova in 1937, he would go to work in Altoona on an electrification project for the GG-1, the world's fastest locomotive. In 1940, he would sign up for the Army Signal Corps and would be a major contributor to the development of radar. The timing for the system's introduction could not have been more prescient, as it was the use of radar to detect incoming German planes that helped the British win the Battle of Britain. Pfister, who would also help develop rocket and bomb proximity fuses, will receive a commendation for merit of civilian service by the Defense Department for his efforts. He died in 2003 and is buried in New Jersey. Mock junk's good times, however, could not last forever. While the Lehigh Canal had managed to survive into the 20th century despite the rise of railroads, by the 1920s it was no longer viable for coal shipments. Transportation between the borough and Lorry Station in Lehigh County ceased in 1922, a decade before the entire canal shut down. Trolley service ended in 1925, and the Switchback Railroad had its last run 7 years later. Soon the once vibrant downtown faced a sharp downturn. Something was needed to turn its image around. And it came from an unlikely source. Jim Thorpe had been one of the greatest athletes of the early 20th century, best known for his exploits in the 1912 Stockholm Olympics and in the early days of the NFL. Memorably, Thorpe was told by Swedish King Gustav V, "You, sir, as the greatest athlete in the world," when the monarch gave him his Olympic medals, to which Thorpe modestly replied, "Thanks, King." Upon Thorpe's death in 1953, his widow Patricia was thwarted in her attempt to have a memorial built for him in his native Oklahoma. Word then reached her that the struggling mock chunk was looking for a way to attract tourists back to the area. Patricia struck a deal with the town's fathers to bury her husband there, even though Thorpe had never actually set foot in mock chunk in his lifetime, in exchange for them renaming the town in his honor. And so, in 1954, Mock Chunk and East Mock Chunk merged under the new name Jim Thorpe. 3 years later, Jim Thorpe's body was formally buried in an elaborate mausoleum high above the town Route 903. Despite numerous court cases over the years that have attempted to return him to Oklahoma, Thorpe remains buried in the town now bearing his name today. He looks down over a town that has seen a rebirth into a major tourist destination, one that has lived up to its name, the gateway to the Poconos, and once more thrives as it did before. The late 20th century would also see Jim Thorpe overcome a persistent flooding issue that had plagued it for decades. Floodwaters inundated the borough in 1831, 1841, 1861, 1862, 1901, 1902, 1933, and 1969, just to name a few of the bigger floods. And so in 1972, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers would build a 50-foot-high earthen dam across Mock Chunk Creek high above Jim Thorpe, creating the 320-acre Mock Chunk Lake. The dam passed its first test almost immediately, holding when Hurricane Agnes struck Pennsylvania that year. Today, the lake is a popular local state park, bringing additional delight to Jim Thorpe area residents.
Cloudy.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
PPW High Voltage is back. Join us for all the hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action that only PPW Wrestling can bring you. Join us each and every week as we bring you the action from the Slatington Expo Center, Saturdays at 4:30, Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN. PPW Wrestling, the best in independent wrestling.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,